I'm not sure if you're at all like I am, but I love statistics. I love reading about not even just financial stuff, but the different statistics of all of the different areas out there. And whenever I can kind of look and digest some of that, I find it very interesting. So we wanted to take a few minutes here and talk about some retirement planning statistics and what that is across America. Does this mean anything specifically to you? Probably not. You know, you have your own plan, or hopefully you at least should have your own retirement plan and it mapped out for that. But again, this is just kind of some of the general stuff out there that maybe some of your peers or like-minded people that are facing with. So we'll kind of walk through some of these and what they may mean. So the first one is there's 40 million American households that have no retirement savings at all. I mean, they literally do not have an IRA, Roth IRA, or 401k balance at all, or haven't even started yet. The average retirement savings account by age group, so from 35 to 44, that average group has a balance of $51,000. From 45 to 54, that age group has a balance of $90,000. And from 55 to 64, that age group has a balance of $120,000. So think of that, kind of obviously makes sense, right? As you age, hopefully that compounding interest and maybe additional contributions over the years are adding up from that. So 40 million have no balance. And then the average, though, as that. So obviously there's some that have substantially larger balances and obviously many that have none, right? Over a third of Americans don't believe they'll ever retire. You know, I think about this quite often. You know, generations far ago never really retired, right? They worked on the farm forever, or they worked in the factories. And in lifestyles, obviously, longevity, unfortunately, wasn't as long. You know, people basically worked until they passed away. You know, then a generation or two then started to kind of define retirement. Pensions started to become more of a thing, you know, and savings, all that sort of stuff. And I think the boomer generation is really defining retirement now, and they're enjoying retirement, or many of them are, or soon to be. And then, but then now when we kind of look ahead, you know, you see this here, a third of Americans don't think they're ever going to retire again. Whether that's just they're concerned about finances or for other reasons, but they don't think they're ever going to retire again at all. 60% of Americans are going to rely solely on Social Security for their main source of retirement income. The average Social Security is about $1,600 a month. So think of that. If they're, you know, so that 60% of people is only going to rely on that. That's not a substantial income when you think of just general expenses in today with utilities, and, you know, if you're fortunate enough to even have your house paid off, you know, taxes and insurances and utilities and food and all that sort of stuff adds up pretty quickly, doesn't it? 10,000 baby boomers retire, or I'm sorry, 10,000 baby boomers each day turn 65. So that generation is getting aging at 10,000 a day, or hitting 65. That entire population, or that entire generation, I should say, sorry, is going to be of retirement age by 2030. So here in about 7 years, that entire generation, in theory, will be at retirement age and could be fully retired by then. The median retirement savings balance for baby boomers is $202,000, but the average boomer has a mortgage balance of $191,000 and some change. So I find that interesting. It's almost the very similar numbers, isn't it? What they have saved, but they still have a substantial mortgage balance out there. So what does all of this mean? It's just interesting information. Again, you know, what's important is what you have going on in your individual situation and how you're planning for your retirement. You've often heard me say retirement is like putting together a 1,000-piece puzzle, but without the picture on the box to do that. These statistics are just different things along the way that kind of can make some challenges for this. So for you out there, if you don't have a retirement plan yet, if you haven't started saving, or if you have but you're not sure the path down, please give us a call. This is what we're here for. We're here to help you so you can plan to retire well and map out all those areas that give yourself confidence in your retirement. And so you don't have to be one of those people to believe that you're never going to retire. Hopefully you're in a spot that you can get to work towards getting that job that you've always wanted in retirement, to enjoy the things you want to do, whether that's travel, grandchildren, or more and beyond. So we look forward to the opportunity to visit with you for your no-cost, no-obligation visit here with Centennial Wealth Advisory.